back to this concept-based YouTube channel. To all my dear viewers, today we will explain a new chapter, which is chapter number 5. The name of the chapter which we will explain today, it is Introduction to Euclid Geometry. In order to understand this, first we need to understand geometry. If it talks about geometry, then what does it mean by this? That's the first thing. We need to learn it from this. As you can see from here, geometry means it is in two words. Geo means art and meter in, which means to measure. Then we can refer to it as the need for measuring a length is believed to be the origins of geometry, right? So if you read it, the definitions, then easily you can understand it. There's no doubt in that, right? Then let us move to the next. Solid. If we talk about solid, then it is an object which has mass, which has size, shape, and position, right? And we can move it from one place to the another. So such kind of object, such kind of things, or such kind of body, we call it as solid. Let us suppose take a ball. A ball have dimensions, and it can move it from one place to the another, and ball can be referred to as or called as a body or object, all right, which is an example of solid. Then let us move to the third, which is surface. What do we mean by surface? It is the boundaries of a solid which separate one part of the space from another without any thickness are called surface. Surface means it is the separations between two layers or two space without any thickness. Such kind of separations, we call it as surface, all right? Then let us move to the next, which is dimension. If it is about dimensions, then we can say that dimension means it is the measurements or extensions in space is called dimension. Means if we place an object or if we place a thing in a space, then some of them has 2D and some of them has 3D. So we can extend it according to that, right? If they have 3D, or we can extend it to 3 axes, or we can extend it to 2 axes. So such kind of extensions of an object in space, we call it as dimensions. Or simply we can term it as the measurement or extension in space is called dimensions. That's it, all right? Then we have solid. Solid has 3 dimensions, means it can be placed in 3D in 3 axes. Let us take one axis as X, and after that Y axis and Z axis. You can place it in 3 directions, or we can extend it in 3 directions. Thus, solid has 3 dimensions. And what are these? The first thing that we have is it is length, breadth, and height. So in these 3, we can express it or we can write it. And after that we have surface. Surface has 2 dimensions. One will be in length and one will be in breadth. So these are the 2 things, or the 2 things which surface has. And let us move to the next, which is a line. If it is a line, then it has only length. Other than this, nothing is there, right? Thus, line has 1 dimensions. Then let us talk about points. If we talk about points, point has no dimensions in that, means unlike the one that we just explained in the above, like solid surface line, point can extend it in any direction, so point will behave as it is. Thus, point will have 0 dimensions. Then let us move to the third, which is Euclid definitions. Actually, this is the last part for today. Euclid definitions. After this, we'll end up to this, right? And then let us explain it this one. First, we have a point. What do we mean by a point? A point is that which has no part. Means, how can we define a point? Let us take one single dot, and from that we can see that it has no part, or we can extend it in any directions, like as it has 0 dimensions, thus we will call it as a point has no part. And after that, let us move to the next, which is Roman number 2. A line is a breadthless thing. If it talks about line, then line has a length, but if you look closely, then line doesn't have any breadth, so we can define it as line is a breadthless. Breadthless means doesn't have a breadth and it has only length. Such kind of things or such kind of object, we'll call it as length, line. Okay. Then in Roman number 2, we have a straight line is a line which lies evenly with a point on itself. Now let me draw a point. Let me write a point here. Let us take these 3 points. And if these 3 points, if we join this evenly, then these 3 points by joining in a line, they will form a straight line, right? They will form a line. So such kind of lines which evenly lies in the point, this kind of line, so we call it as a straight line. Understand? Then let us move to the last part, which is Roman number 4. In Roman number 4, we have a plane surface is a surface which lies evenly with the straight line on itself. Means it is a kind of plane surface is a kind of a surface in which a surface will lies in this straight line. Okay, let us take this as a surface, and this surface will lies in a straight line. So this kind of surface, we call it as a plane surface. Alright, any doubt in that? I hope everyone can understand it. So if there's no problem in that, then let us end up to this, and in next class we will explain it like postulate and axiom, and after this we'll move to the textual exercise. That's all for today. Thank you.